Howdy folks, it's Jonathan, your GM here for Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. Wanted to give you a little bit of an update going forward. We're going to continue our bi-weekly schedule for January and a little bit at the beginning of February, but then from there on we will resume our weekly schedule. And now for our shoutouts. I want to give a shout out to KiloWhat, who has done the character art for our campaign and has done an amazing job. You can find her work over at KiloWhat_art at Twitter and thebibliotaph.blog on Instagram. And I want to give a shout out to Arknight, the sponsors of our campaign from the very beginning, whose props, maps, and minis make our table a delight. You should really check them out. And now, let's get to it.
Friends, fiends, combat! But first, a recap. When we last heard from our heroes, they were deep within the Dwerin Delve hunting for pieces of a Modron construct. This put them in the path of the Umber Hulks, Basilisks, and a small Duergar scouting party. They wiped the floor with all these foes, and with a little bit of planning decided to put an end to their Horned Devil pal, which is A-OK in my book. And that brings us right back to combat in these Demon Dayz.
A lot can happen in one moment, and this particular moment is no exception. Yusuf, with the removal of your hood, you spring into action, getting in a critical strike against Ezekela. Your holy fuck you sword cleaves her right arm from her body cleanly, and everyone in the vicinity witnesses its trajectory to the ground. The moment it hits the stone with a cartoonishly loud thunk, all eyes turn to Yusuf. Both Chain Devils zero in on you specifically, screaming in anger behind their vile masks. And Ezekela also screams, but the sound strains as the shock from the severed arm sets in. Folks, it's time to roll some initiative, and let's get your numbers. What are those?
Yusuf rolls a nat 20, so 21.
16, John.
16? Sweet.
21.
All right. Cool. And then Sunny brings out the end of this thing with a 6. And we begin the round with, we begin it with your steed, Gallahan. Would he have sensed your resolve going into this battle and sensed that something was...
He definitely feels the presence of the fight, but I asked him to stay antler deep in the rocks out there to give us a sign if anybody was coming our way, so he's going to stay out there for right now.
Okay, so then that is his turn. Bringing us to Tazlin.
Oh shoot, I have to think of what I'm going to do. That's how we play this game, right?
Combat.
Okay, so we will summon my trusty sword here, and I will put my Hexblade's Curse onto Mikola. I'm remembering that right? It's been forever.
Ezekela?
Ezekela. There we go.
You were close. I
was close. It's been forever though. Okay, and then I will attack with some Green Flame Blade.
Boy.
All right.
Let's see if I can actually, hit things still. I can't hit things. That's a 12.
Oh no. Does a 12 hit her? No, it does not. By a long shot.
Yep. So my Green Flame Blade just fizzles out.
It looks like it's going to hit too, just at first, because of all the momentum of the moment. And even Ezekela is like, oh shit, but you just whiff it.
Does the blade stay alight, or does it just burst for that one? It does
not. It bursts for a second, and then the green flames go away. I essentially lose the spell.
Oh.
Yeah, she just, we had such electric sexual energy, I lost my nerve, I guess.
It's just, you saw that beautiful arm, and you're just like, damn. All right. Do you have any movement you want to do in your turn?
Nope. I'm going to stay right where I am.
All right. Bringing us to Yusuf.
I'm already on her, so we're going to go ahead and snicker snack.
Snicker snack. Attack the Horned Devil. Oh, shit. I didn't rhyme it.
Ah, man. I'm guessing a 15 does not hit.
No, it does not.
Oh, then the 11 doesn't either.
We're off to a great start, guys.
Oh man, we're going down. Yeah, it was too good at the top, Yusuf.
Apparently not. Yeah, apparently it was. It was.
Yeah. Now we got to get that mojo back. That's what happens. You take their arm off in the first go. Then you're just dooming us all.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Sorry, I've been playing Pathfinder 2 for a little bit. So, how many actions do you get? You get
14. No.
Sweet, I attack 12 more times.
No, you get an action and a bonus action unless...
and a movement.
That's right, okay.
Unless anything else in your spell tells you.
Yeah, action, bonus action, movement, reaction, and a free action, which is like talking.
Right.
Yeah.
About 6 seconds worth of saying something, which I've been in some games where people really push it.
They have like full conversations.
I'm going to use a bonus action then, and I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself.
All right.
And Yusuf starts to shine with radiance, and it kind of like falls over him, and it hones itself into his hands, and then into his sword. So he's glowing, and so is the sword now.
All right. Sweet. Any movement you want to do there, or no?
No, he's going to stay there.
Perfect. So then, I know on the board that she's not that close to you, but you were within melee of Ezekela. So risking an opportunity attack, she is going to fly up out of melee range.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that attack.
I will too, especially since...
Come on, Billy. Damn it. How about a 17? Does that hit her?
No, it does not. No.
F.
Aha, I was smart. Yeah, I'm just, you know what? 10 does not hit her.
Nope, 10 does not hit. So, yeah, she turns and takes flight, holding onto her severed stump as she gets up into the air and turns around when she's about 30 feet away and about 20 feet up, and she reaches out her hand with the staff, the
spear.
What is it? The fork. And through that, she hurls flame in the direction of her attacker, Yusuf. Not expecting it to do too much, but just getting some reaction to it. 21 to hit?
Yes, that hits. Is this a spell?
Yes, it's a ranged spell attack.
Got it.
And because of her movement economy, she does get that in place of... She got 2 of those. So she's got 1 more after that.
So it's an attack, so there's no saving throw, right?
Right.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, the first one was 21. The second one was 15.
15 misses.
15 misses. Okay. And so the fire damage would be 14 against you.
So that goes down to 7, and then I have resistance to spell damage, so 3 points of fire damage.
Not bad. Again, she was not expecting it to do a whole lot to you, but just more of a, you cut my arm off.
I mean, that's to be expected. I don't begrudge her that, just her existence.
All right, so then that brings us to the first chain devil. She's going to reach onto her chest and start pulling off some chains and tossing them into the ground in your direction.
Okay.
Which then becomes, she's going to use her action then to animate the chains. So she reaches out her hands after she's thrown them, and you see the fingertips glow a little bit as she brings life to this. She threw them in your general direction, Yusuf, and they landed and rose. They started rising, and they almost feel like snakes. That when you get like a snake charmer thing and the snake, where the rope does a little wobble, that's what the chains are doing, and they're clinking as they do so. And then that will be her turn.
Are we gonna see badgers and mushrooms coming in?
Yeah.
Badger, chain, badger.
That brings us to Feder.
All right, so from my hidden perch from the surprise round at the top of the stairs, I am going to slink up behind this little kiosk of the old Dwarven Market. And I'm going to use my bonus action to invoke insightful fighting. So that's an insight versus deception on Ezekela, who is flying up near me. And that is a 16.
She got a 20.
Okay. All right. Well, I biffed that. So I can't quite get a beat on her. So I'm actually just going to finish my movement and just stay hidden behind the kiosk for the moment and not blow anything yet. And that's my turn. Because, like, doing 1d4 damage to get the aggro on me is not worth it at this point. So,
Right?
and I'll take a moment. I'm going to slide my suit jacket off, and I'm going to fold it up, and I'm going to stick it under this cart and just kind of roll up my cufflinks for the rest of my turn.
Cool. And it's one of those quick movements, too. Very suave, very smooth. The sort of thing that you blink and you miss it.
Yeah, I like to think it's like the anime cloak, like whoosh, like just off. Yeah.
Yep. I love it.
It's the total, let's get down to business.
Yeah.
All right, so then the next on the list is the cultists out there who heard noise, and they're like, what the hell is that?
They didn't hear anything. They don't need to come.
I'm sure she made a noise when her arm
She
flew off.
did make.
That's maybe my guess.
Everyone shrieked really loud.
Yeah, that's maybe my.
It was a noise of ecstasy. They're used to that, right?
Sure.
Here you come.
Pleasure and pain together. I'm just gonna make a bunch of Cenobite jokes.
And then another cultist will go, and then let's bring this other cultist. They don't have a lot to do in this turn other than rush to the noise and be like, oh my god, the one who eats us is in trouble.
And she also pays your bills, right? In a capitalist society. I'm just saying.
She eats you. That's why you should, take your chance to take her out.
That's not how that works at all. Which brings us to the other chain devil, who is going to do the exact same thing as her partner and reach forward and yank some chains off of her chest and throw them down to the ground and animate them. So then what she's going to do with that, since she's not quite in melee, after she's thrown it down and animated it, she is going to go about... She's going to seemingly retreat, giving her just enough distance to put some space between you guys. And with the chains animated, that's their plan for now, bringing us to Sunny. Her turn, she is going to clap her hands together and start mouthing the word tiger, tiger, tiger. And you see her form shimmer a bit, and behind you, you see Sunny turn into a saber-toothed tiger.
She's totally gonna end up making out with Shinzo-ban at some point as a tiger. I'm just putting that out there for the shipper community.
Hold on, writing down the notes. Shinzo-ban sex party.
I feel like Sunny would be open to some cat on cat action when she's in that form.
In cat form? Yeah, 100%.
100%. And that's her action, but she also has some movement too. She's got some good movement. She is going to head up and start trying to fight this chain devil when her next turn comes around, but that's not gonna be for a while. Bringing us to Gallahan back at the top of the second round.
Does he see anything off in the distance at all?
Outside? He's facing out, like in the courtyard there. No, there's nothing going on outside.
It's like no one's like coming towards the mountain or anything, because that was his main setup.
Right. It's extremely boring.
Cool. Yeah, you know what? If he can get through the door, if it's open, then he'll come running.
Yeah. Do you think he was maybe out there about 30 feet or so from the door?
I figured he actually would have been up, like, in the rocks, so he had some height to look out over the expanse.
Oh, okay.
So if he doesn't see anything coming...
That's probably going to be 2 more rounds before he gets in, unless he does, like, movement and then dash. So he could probably get in on the next turn.
I would say if he dashes, he'll get to the door this round.
Oh, okay. I just forgot what his movement, like what his speed was.
His speed is 50, so...
Oh, yeah.
So if he dashes, he'll probably just get here, and that'll be he'll get to the door this round.
He's going to have a very interesting opportunity if he gets there as the cultists are running down the...
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. He can just play whack-a-mole and, but beat a hammer and knock them into the lava.
Okay, so then he gets there, he gets to the door, gets in, and we jump to Taslin.
Well, I was going to do some shatter, but I don't want to harm our wonderful druid friend. So,
Is that a cone from you? Is shatter a cone?
No, it's a sphere from where I place it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and it damages everything. There's friend or foe.
Yeah.
You know what? People are gonna hate me. I'm going to cast darkness on my sword.
Classic. It's a Tazlin classic.
And so since my sword is out right now, essentially in a 15-foot sphere from my sword, darkness reigns.
Just to obfuscate. Oh, great job. Yusuf, did you like knowing what was going on?
Everything goes dark,
Just saying.
and then I'm like, thanks. Because I know she was standing right next to me when she did it.
Dude, classic. It's like a skunk giving off a scent.
And then I will move, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll move to there.
All right, so that's your turn. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, you envelop everything in darkness.
Just basically like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
If you have this like weird moment of just like, can't see anything, now I can see stuff. Very quick. Bringing us to your turn, conveniently enough.
Let's see here. How high up in the air is she?
About 20 feet up.
Perfect. So I'm going to move around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. And as I'm moving, I'm going to pull out that nifty rope that I got, and I'm going to send one end to her. She needs to make a saving throw.
Oh, the entanglement rope?
Yep. She needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does 8 do it?
No, it doesn't. Okay, so the rope is actually going to snake up her body and wrap around her wings.
Okay.
And clamp those sons of bitches together. So she is now restrained, and I'm assuming falls out of the air.
Yeah.
Cool.
Paint us a picture, John. Did it like wrap around her? Did it like cinch up the wing? Like what does it functionally look like?
It's weird. You see the rope go up there, the rope of entanglement, and at first you're like, how is that going to do anything? It's just probably going to wrap around the leg. But then in this particular instance, it gets bigger. It expands and stretches around the leg, wraps up toward the back, and just circles along the back wings and yanks them back together before nodding up. She's jerked out of the sky with a
And she's prone, John?
yeah, restrained at least, which would put her to 0 speed.
That'll help me out. Well, like it's good for me to know one way or the other if she lands on her feet and she's struggling, or is she down?
Oh yeah, she'll get prone. She'll land prone.
Okay.
And then, is there any other movement you have left, Yusuf, or is that your turn?
That was my turn, because I moved, and then my action was to use the rope.
Okay. Because it's Ezekela's turn next, so I'm going to see if she can try to break out of that. A target restrained by the rope can use an action, so it takes up her action to make a strength or dexterity check. So for her turn, as the rope snakes around, ties her wings together and yanks her down, like she's able to land prone at least. And she grunts. But since it's her turn next, she wastes no time and through just brute strength alone, pulls off of it, breaks the rope free from the rope's restraint, and it drops to the ground. It's not destroyed or damaged or anything like that. It still keeps its 20 hit points, but it falls to the ground, and that is her action, and she is going to take this opportunity to, again, attempt to fly up as she snarls at you, Yusuf. So this time she's going about 10 feet over, 40 feet up. So, yeah, about 40 feet up in the air. And that's her move. That's her action. She can't do much more. We're now to the Chain Devil. So you've brought your darkness over into the Chain Devils. And as you get there, you see they're still looking at you directly.
Oh, sons of bitches.
John, I just had a quick question. Did she have a negative to getting out of that rope by any chance for only having one arm?
She's got big beefy thighs, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got some big.
She can crush a watermelon.
She's got some big.
Maybe a head too. I'm sure she's practiced on heads and watermelons.
There's a name for the dominant wing muscle, like in birds, and I forget what it is. She's got some jacked ass shoulders.
Yeah, that would be the only reason I would say like it still worked without too much trouble.
Got it.
But I forgot about the meaty thighs. I'm just like, yeah, those would have done some stuff too. If she's
I'm trying, everybody. I'm trying.
Okay, this is just for Josh Pebble. It's Rhea Ripley is what I'm seeing, Josh.
So then for the Chain Devil, it's going to attempt something at you, Tazlin. So you are in combat with them. Were you going in combat directly with the Chain Devil, the second one? The one that's further south, closer to the cathedral building or the one closer to Sunny?
I think I was just moving to the other side of the fountain. I wasn't necessarily going for a specific range of combat at the moment.
Okay, cool. Chain Devil is going to look in your direction, Tazlin, because it can see you, and take its 2 chain attacks against you. The first one is 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and the second one is 16.
That should hit. Yes.
16, okay. So then both hit for 11 slashing damage each one, so 22 total. As the chains hit you, the first one does it just rakes across your body and does the damage. The second one, as it rakes across you, it coils similarly to how the rope of entanglement did around Ezekela before. It wraps around your waist, and you feel the barbs of the chain. These chains have barbs on them, and they dig into you and give you that damage as well. But you are grappled for this, which on your turn you can break out with a DC 14 strength.
That did enough to break my concentration. I wasn't able to save against it.
Oh no.
And then after this, Feder is up next.
So the darkness goes away.
So now your allies can help.
So now we can see what's going on. Fantastic. Feder is going to creep northward up along kind of this the edge of the market around the little lip to the lava, and just sneak around these carts and try to get inch ever closer, staying hidden. He's gonna try to get close. He's gonna be like, come on, and he's kept his eye on Ezekela the whole time, trying to reveal a weak point, a bit of her movement that he can exploit. And I'm gonna roll insightful fighting again. God damn it. 14.
Okay. So 19.
Fuck. I'm like, come on, damn it. There's gotta be something. And yeah, I'm just gonna, again, it's not worth 1d4 for her to fucking come blow me up. So I'm gonna stay hidden behind the cart.
Okay. Once again, we're to the cult fellows. So most of the cultists get a little bit ways. They're mostly around the bridge by now at this point for their turns. They're starting to get closer, but not enough to do anything, which leads us to Chain Devil 2, who is going to start attacking the druid over there, who's eventually going to have a turn. Gonna do her 2 chain movements. Yep, both hit. The chains wrap around the saber-tooth tiger and dig into the flesh, and the tiger roars. That is the Chain Devil's turn, trying to do some damage here, bringing us to Sunny, who's going to try and break free from this chain. Please, please, please. 15. Does 15 do it? 15 does. So with a roar, this tiger flexes its muscles and thrashes against the chains and breaks free of the grip, and they fall to the ground. And the Chain Devil's chains don't seem to affect the action in the way that the rope of entanglement does. So Sunny will attack. And she hits. So you see the saber-tooth tiger take a huge bite out of the Chain Devil towards the building there, the one that had just attacked her. Nothing quite as nice as severing an arm, but does a decent amount of damage. That brings us to the top of the round, to Gallahan.
Okay. Kind of hear the sound from Tommy Boy when the deer wakes up in the back of the car. And 10, 20, 30, 40... He's just going right in the line. So he's gonna hit this first guy in front of him. What the hell is his ram attack? +5. Does a 13 hit him?
Yes, it just hits.
Sweet. So he's gonna take, let's see here, a d6 +3 of bludgeoning damage. So he's gonna take 8 points of damage, and then he needs to make a strength saving throw.
10?
No. I needed a 13. So, since he's there, he gets a melee attack, 5 to hit to 1 prone creature. It's a 16 on the die, so I'm assuming that's going to hit.
Oh, yeah.
7 + 3. So he takes another 10 points of bludgeoning damage. So 18 total. Getting flicked off from the hoof. Actually, smart.
The hoof. Yeah, the ramming attack and the damage after he falls prone is enough to kill him.
Okay.
He was not a very hardy individual, and he shrieks. He's like, ah! As the Gallahan charges him, and that's the last sound he ever makes.
Ba-da-dum-bum-bum.
And we're up to Tazlin now.
So, question for you, John, as a DM. This is kind of up to your discretion. So, as I have the Warcaster feat, I can cast spells that require somatic components like use of the hands, even when my hands are occupied.
Okay.
Would you consider this grapple condition to have my hands completely enabled to be mobile, or would you just consider them to still could I use my hands or no?
Yes, I would say so. With the way that they wrapped around you, it was mainly towards the waist, so your hand would still be. I just knocked all my dice off. The hand would still be free.
Okay.
But yeah, so you could do something with the hand still, because she was mainly going for pain, and getting you grappled so you can't move.
Okay. Well, then for this turn, I'm not gonna break out of the chains, but I am gonna start muttering under my breath and doing down low tuts with my hands at my sides, because I still can, and I'm gonna cast Shadow of Moil.
Ooh, what is... That sounds cool.
Never buy gum from a moil, it's so chewy. It's my favorite quote from them.
So flame-like shadows are going to come up from my feet and essentially wrap around my body, and I will become heavily obscured to others.
Oh.
And any light within 10 feet of me is going to dim. Or actually, dim light turns into darkness and bright light turns into dim light.
Is this some Bayonetta shit? This feels like some Bayonetta shit.
Maybe. And then if I get hit, certain things will happen.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll do that. I'll put
Hashtag hair dragon. I'm ready.
I'll put the aura back on so you can see where
cool.
light gets affected when it's around me. There's just a column of darkness and shadows where I am. And that's all I can do for my action, because I didn't use it to break out of the chains.
Nice. Yeah, the Chain Devil's head cocks to the side huh? Not understanding what that is. And that brings us to our pal Yusuf.
So, since she's up in the air, Yusuf's gonna goat trot his way into the empty fountain. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's gonna get to here, and we're gonna smack this bitch in the back of the head.
All right.
That's so much better. Okay. Low end is a 22.
22 hits.
Cool. So they both hit.
Well, dang. Okay.
We're going to use a second level spell slot here. Okay, so sword plus my radiant damage from the spell, which is an extra d4, plus the d8s, plus the d10s.
I'm just going to start rolling all my dice.
I mean, it's kind of... Oh, God. A 1? Really? You asshat. All right, so... Wow, this roll sucked. 11, 12, 18, 22, plus 5 is 27 points of radiant damage. I rolled like ass for the first hit. And then the second hit, we're not going to smite on.
Oh, no, you're not going to do that?
No, I'm going to save it. Those are both 2s, which I get to re-roll because I'm at two-handed weapon G. Hey, God. 17 plus 11 is 28, plus my strength. Oh, I've had to have my strength that was so 28, so 32 more points of damage of radiant.
Yeah, you do a shit ton of damage to the Chain Devil, and you can start to see the effects of it and her starting to wear down. I'd consider her bloodied at this point. And yeah, you just hit for quite a lot, and she's in rough shape.
Good.
No other movement you plan to do?
No, I moved and attacked. I'm done.
Got it. Okay. So then for Ezekela, she's 40 feet up. She's going to fly around here and take 2 actions to hurl flame in Tazlin's direction. Since she was too occupied with Yusuf to see what was going on. God damn it. Both go wild.
I mean, she is thrown one-handed, so...
Yeah, it's kind of like, toss, throw, toss, throw, as fast as one arm can go. Bring us to the Chain Devil, who is none too happy about that damage, and she is going to indignantly attempt her chain attack. Actually, no, wait. Tazlin, you see the Chain Devil, her mask, that fusion of animal and creature. It starts to, if your eyes, maybe your eyes deceive you or whatnot, but like the mask starts to morph a little bit, like it has a life of its own, and then her body starts to shimmer a little bit in your perception, and it starts to take shape of someone familiar to you. You see horns show up, a swagger, someone in your life who has just stolen a robe appear before you, and it shimmers in and out of vision, and it is very intense for you, and I need you to do a wisdom save for me.
Babe, you're within my 10 feet, so you have advantage on this.
Well, my first roll was better.
Well, then you didn't need it.
I can do maths.
Can you?
23.
You're fine. You're able to see the cracks in the deception. The Chain Devil doesn't quite get it right. But for a second there, you were like a little unnerved by the fact that it could quickly start to like look like your father. But you're able to see through it, and it doesn't affect you at all.
Nice try.
Bring us to Feder.
All right, so again, just peeked between, kind of between this statue on the north side of me and this cart, kind of just still hunched down, and I'm watching Ezekela fly, and I'm like, come on, damn it, do something. And I'm gonna try insightful fighting again. God, so boring.
Third time's the charm.
How about 21, John? Can I fucking do this?
Yeah, no, she got 20. You did it.
Aha!
It was tough. You started to remember some of your conversation you had with her and just some of her mannerisms, and that kind of gave you enough. But it was tough. It was touch and go there for a minute there.
There it is. And then he hears this like, and then like the feet coming across the bridge, and he's like, the fucking Duergars, god damn it. And so he's gonna flip a dagger around in his hand and just wait for the first guard to run by him, and he's just gonna like hamstring the guy when he goes by. So I'm gonna hold my attack for when he runs by, and I'm just gonna catch him right along a soft part.
Right about meow.
Funny you say that, because who should be next but cultist number 2, as I've written him down. He
Got the fucker.
So he's running past you being like, what's going on?
Shiv.
I gotta be helpful.
So one of the dragon tooth daggers slashes out at a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Okay.
These guys aren't made from much.
All right, I gotta remember, like, come on. Damn it, damage. We can do it. I believe in us. Yeah. This guy is, okay, so that is a 20 sneak attack damage plus 4 points of poison damage on top, just for some sauce.
Yeah, let me know if you can see this little marker on him. Yeah, he's running by like, I'm going to be helpful, and out comes the blade.
I want to just, I imagine it that I just like, the dagger comes out as he runs past, like, and it just comes like right across his like between his like hip and the bottom of his ribs.
Oh yeah.
And just pulls like his own momentum, like he spins and like his guts spill out. So the last thing he sees is he spins around and looks right into the other guy that's running in behind him.
Right, so he maybe gets about 5 feet out. So as he's running,
his pirouettes into the back of the cart.
and the cart smashes.
God.
And yeah, the other cultist sees that and he's like, oh god, Harry.
God damn it, Carl.
Harry. No.
Chuck. What happened to Chuck?
Now his friend's definitely getting eaten. You know what I mean? All right, that's my go.
Bringing us to the second Chain Devil, who is seeing the action happen over here and is going to attempt to turn and face Yusuf and go after him. For her action, she's going to do the 2 chain attacks. First one is 23 to hit.
To hit me?
Yes, to hit you.
Yeah, she hits.
And then the second one is 18 to hit.
Also hits.
Okay. And those would be 11 each one, so 22 total of slashing damage. And then you are grappled until your turn, until you can break out of it.
Gotcha. Is that magical damage at all?
No, it's just slashing damage. So it's like a chain whip. She's just whipping you with the chain.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So 22 points.
Yippers.
Boy. Okay.
And then finally, we get to Sunny. She's in it with this chain devil. She feels a bit slighted, so she's going to get about 20 feet away, roughly. She's going to then turn around, glare at the chain devil, and run up to her using the rest of her movement and attack for a pounce. Wow, chain devil rolled a 1 on that save, so chain devil gets knocked prone, which I would think, since she's knocked prone, that's going to... I think that... No, that doesn't have any effect just yet. I would give you advantage, Yusuf, on your turn to break free, though. So keep that in mind. She's prone, holding the chain. And so because of that, that pounce with a claw attack, she gets an extra bite as a bonus action. So that's 2 sets here. So you see her go in. She's able to knock the chain devil down to prone and get another claw attack in there. But the first bite doesn't do much of anything. It doesn't break through. Like, it's caught on the chain a little bit and gets a little awkward. It's a bit of an awkward scuffle. Off in the distance, it doesn't look nearly as badass as she was intending it to. And that brings us to the top of the round in Gallahan.
All right.
So yeah, right now, where you are near the bridge to the north, or where Gallahan is, there's just the one left.
He kind of does a snort as he kind of steps around between the statues here, and he's going to charge this one too.
All right.
And little do we know, outside a contingent of cultists are coming over the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
They finally showed up. 30 people just showed up outside.
Does a 13 hit him?
Yes, it does.
Cool. So he's going to take 2d6 points of damage. Oh, shit. The other one should have taken 2d6 instead of just 1d6 for the initial charge.
Okay, so he's still dead no matter what.
9 plus 3. Okay, so he takes 12 points of damage, and he needs to make reflex save. Or, sorry, a strength saving throw, not reflex.
Okay. Considering that he didn't have enough hit points to even deal with that, what's Gallahan gonna do to this poor fella?
Anyone who looks back kind of sees the body stuck on his horns. He lifts it up, walks a few more feet, and just kind of shakes it and dumps it over the side into the lava.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where we're at with him.
And he did. And then, yeah, that brings us to Tazlin.
The one that's engaged with Yusuf has taken a little bit of damage, right?
They both have. I smited the other one.
They both have? Okay.
Yeah, they both have now at this point, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of look at the one that had tried to pull a trick on me and have my dad show up briefly and just be like, I really don't like it when people play tricks on me. And I'm gonna flick my finger. Of course, they're still by my side. I'm just gonna kind of roll my shoulder and flick my finger at her. And there's gonna be a large, very resounding sound of a bell.
Dong.
Thunder.
She needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh, let's see. What are her stats? A wisdom save. 10.
Yeah, she did not make that. Absolutely not.
Gosh darn it. She didn't make it, no.
So she's gonna take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, Billy.
Oh, so, Tazlin, how do you see her dying?
Oh.
Maybe just kind of her head snapping to the side and then falling.
Oh.
All right. She feels pretty confident in her holding of you and being able to attack and just what is this that you've done? And then... And she doesn't even have any moment to realize what has happened before she is completely downed.
A little Suspiria action.
And her chains that were wrapped around you, they fall.
Oh, good.
There are 2 chains that also were under her control that they too did fuck all, but they're going to be gone.
I totally would have just done the whole fight still grappled because there was no way I was going to break out of those chains.
Yeah. The other chain devil looks and is like, okay, wrap the hands this time.
Check.
All right. And so, yeah, Tazlin, you are free from the grapple. The chains are gone. It still smarts, and the chains are still on you, but you can pull them off as free
Just
action.
kind of rolling my shoulders, shaking them off.
Yeah, they're still kind of attached to almost barb, like those barbs that you get in the desert.
Roll my shoulders, pull them off, do like some stretches, maybe twirl them a little bit.
Yep, and then that brings us to Yusuf.
Now, I'm grappled, right? Because I got hit with both chains and I gained the grapple condition. I don't have to beat 2 grapple checks, right? Just one.
Just the one, right?
Okay. And you said I have advantage on this?
Yeah, because she's prone. So she's prone, one arm is on the ground, she's doing like the Iron Man knee pose, and she's got the chain in one hand. So she's not using her complete strength to hold onto this chain.
Got it. Okay, so what am I looking for? Is it strength or a dex save to get out?
It is 14, I would say strength, yeah, strength.
Is it a check or a saving throw?
I would strength check it.
Check? Okay. Fuck. A 13 do it?
No, doesn't quite. You get some leeway, but the chains then restrict again and stymie your attempt to escape.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that is your turn. Which brings us to the big cheese herself, the PO'd Ezekela. So things for her haven't been working too great. And she's a little PO'd. So she's 40 feet up. She's going to swing down, like swoop down with her free hand on the fork and try 2 fork attacks on Taslan. Just being like snarling the whole way. 13 for the first one.
First one meets me, so yeah, that would hit.
And the other one, a 9. That last one misses you completely. So you do get 1 jab from the fork for 15 piercing damage.
Okay. As the fork comes in to hit me, some tendrils of spectral shadows are going to lash out and attack her.
Nice.
For 12 points of necrotic damage.
That reminds me, none of us have Hellish Rebuke, right?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't think we ever use it.
I used it a lot in the beginning, but I don't really use it all that much anymore.
You don't get hit a lot, really.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the Hellish Rebuke for me takes up one of my spell slots if I use it. And I only have 2.
Got it.
So I tend not to use it unless...
Wow, it eats a spell slot?
Yep.
That's fucking brutal.
Toll the Dead is a cantrip, though, so I can use that as much as I want. So.
Hot and cold running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole spell thing with warlocks is, like, I like warlocks and playing them, but they got some weird limitations. That's kind of...
Yeah, I usually only use Hellish Rebuke if I'm, like, in desperate need.
Sure.
And, yeah, so with that, the tendrils get her and take a nice chunk off.
How much damage was that again, John?
It was like 12?
12, okay.
So, a decent amount. You're not seeing too much more wear apart from what the arm thing. So she's still holding her own and still doing all right. Not quite to bloodied yet. But she's on the ground now. And that brings us to Feder.
Yeah, where'd she end up? I want to see. That will affect.
She's right here.
She's right in the same spot?
Yeah, she's right in the same spot. So she had enough to get 10-foot reach to Taslan there.
Okay. I'm gonna come running out over the top of my recently departed cult friend, and I'm just gonna run through these central carts and kind of slalom them really quick. Poop, 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 poop.
Nice.
And I want to just double move to dash and then get in behind her, mom's dagger, and just right between the shoulder blades. So I want to get into flanking with Taslan if I can.
I would say, since Ezekela is about 10 feet away, roughly, I wouldn't consider it necessarily flanking unless she's in melee, unless Taslan...
Oh, because she has reach because of the spear.
Right. Well, I mean...
I gotcha.
Yeah, she has reach because of the spear, so she's got there's a little bit of a distance there, so you're not exactly flanking.
Doesn't matter, because I get advantage anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, insightful fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Not great, though. 13? Bullshit.
13 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do much.
I was hoping Feder was coming to save me as I'm, like, coughing up some blood now.
Yeah, I was trying.
I believe in you, Feder.
Yeah.
Which then brings us to the last cultist who, like, Feder just was so fast in his movement that the cultist was like, what? Who was that guy?
Yeah, just horror movie, hallway.
And he's still going to be like, well, I guess I'll try to help as best I can. 30. He's heading forward and just, whatever. And brings us to the second Chain Devil. She is going to use half her movement to get up from prone and attempt to... Yusuf, you're in direct melee with the Chain Devil, right?
I mean, I'm grappled right now, so...
Oh, you're still grappled? Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't make it out.
Oh, right.
Does standing up provoke?
No, just moving out of melee.
Okay.
So while it's got you grappled, it's going to, gear up with its chains. It's going to grab another chain. Since it's got one chain wrapped around you, it can only do one attack on you. I think I could do math. 17 to hit?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's just 11. 11 on the chain and not an extra grapple or more grapple. It's just 11 damage. And that'll be her turn. And then Sunny is going to go about 20 feet away. She's like, in Tiger, I'm going to fucking get this. She gears up, runs towards the Chain Devil, and gets a swipe in, and it hits. It's great. Chain Devil has to make a save against it. And she does. So the claws get in really good, but there's just, whether it was Sunny just tried too hard or wasn't quite calculating in her form, she just wasn't able to knock the Chain Devil prone. But she did a little bit of damage to her and is slowly chipping away at her foe, bringing us to Gallahan.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, dash, 10, 20. And he's just going to run right into him. After the Bram attack on the same turn. Actually, I don't think I can charge because I have to, unless if the charge is the action, because I'm double moving. If the elk moves at least 20 feet straight toward a target and then hits with its ram attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 2d6 damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So
you've essentially used your action to dash to him, so you don't have that action to use.
So if that's the case, then where was I? I was there.
Yeah.
And I had moved 30 more, 20 more, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10, I was
gonna say,
20.
He comes in, slides, so his butt's coming around, so you can just like swipe him with the butt. Hit him like a truck.
Moose knuckle him. 50. He's gonna land right here in front of the Chain Devil. He'll just bypass the cultist.
Oh, all right.
So that he's flanking with Sunny.
All right. So then that brings us to Tazlin.
So when Ezekela's, I can say the name, little fork went into me for that lovely, wonderful gashness. I go down on one knee, kind of using my sword in the ground to support me. And I will shoot a couple of Eldritch Blasts off at her from my other hand.
In the face.
Just going, I'm not cut out for this. Oh!
Yes, dear?
So first one is a nat 20.
All right. There you go.
Second one is a 19, which since I have my Hexblade's curse on her, it's a crit. At a 19.
There you go. All right.
So...
Wait, are you hitting with 2 rays or 3?
2.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a third.
No, I don't get a third until either next level, either 9th level or 10th.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Don't fail me now, guys. Alright, so we're gonna double that, which is... So first one hits her for 23 points of damage.
Okay.
And then second one hits her for 25 points of damage.
Whack.
So she's definitely in rough shape and past bloodied and starting to falter a bit. You did some serious work on her. And yeah, all of you can see it too. She's starting to struggle. And parts of her are starting to melt off from the Eldritch Blast in her face. And what, could have been a fun face is now not nearly as fun. Even one of the, you can even see some of one of the horns too is...
Hold on. I forgot to add, I get a +3 to those. So that was 25, 26, 27, 28 points of damage on the first one, and then, or on the second one, and then 26 for the first one.
So that still stays the same, but also, like, one of the horns has started to melt away and, like, wobble down, and it's hanging on by a melted bit of bone.
I just kind of smile at her as, like, a single dribble of blood starts leaking from the corner of my mouth.
Yeah. But then that brings us to Yusuf.
I am still grappled.
Okay, so you can break out. You need to roll for it. Or
No, I rolled a 3. I am still grappled.
Good God. Okay, so I didn't do this the last time you were grappled, but it's not for a lot of damage either. So the barbs of the chain constrict and give you damage every turn that you start with.
Oh, gotcha.
But the total was only like a total of 7 total. So
another 14 points.
Yeah, but that would still be reduced by your, because it's piercing damage. Yeah. Because don't you have resistance against?
Not piercing, no.
Not piercing. Okay.
Yeah. Poison, not piercing.
Oh, got it. Okay. Since she's been able to have it continually on you, those barbs really start to. They're trying to do continual damage on you, and you're feeling it, and it doesn't feel very nice at all. But I forgot to mention that previously. But yeah, you're so then you failed the roll, which brings us to Ezekela. She's going to. This Taslan person is not very nice. So she's going to.
I mean, no hard feelings. I like playing with my food too.
I would say for the sake of this that she can't do much with her fork arm. She's not going to try that. She's going to do a spin and try to hit you with her tail. And okay, so that's 12
to hit. No, she misses.
Good God. Okay, yeah. So you see her veer back with that really nasty looking tail. Like, looks like it could kind of do more than just regular damage, and she's not fast enough for it. You see it coming. The move is so telegraphed, even in your injured state.
I just like lean back enough, hanging onto my sword, lean back, misses me, goes right under my chin.
And that ends her turn, bringing us to Feder.
All right, so I'm just like watching her kind of like dance around in front of me with Taslan and wait for my moment, and then Mom's Dagger in the main hand, Dragon Tooth in the off. I'm going to take 2 swipes at her. First one is a 24 to hit.
Oh,
Yes, that one hits.
Fantastic. And that is 15, 8. That is 23 points of damage for the first one.
Okay.
Second one, Dragon Tooth, is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Fantastic. And that's less exciting, but it is 6 points of regular damage and 4 points of poison damage.
Okay, so 10 damage, and then what was the first one again?
The first one was 23.
23?
Damage. Yeah.
Okay, so better. Buddy old pal, tell me, how do you end Ezekela's life?
Hear me out. I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna come around with Mom's Dagger, kind of like do a spin and come around, and Mom's Dagger goes into her chest, like up under her sternum, like for like a quick stab, and then I am going to do like an arm bar as I like wrap my arm around her stump arm. And then I am going to take the Dragon Tooth Dagger and then shove it into the severed stump of the arm. So like one goes in the chest, and then I spin back around, kind of lock her up, and then I just want to just take that Dragon Tooth Dagger and just jam it in the grisliest parts. And I just want to tickle some nerves there.
Yeah.
Not a good person, John. I don't know if you know this about Feder, but he's not actually a very good person.
Well, he's very skilled.
Yeah.
And she goes down, and she is no more. Ezekela, the bored Horned Devil, has ended.
As she drops and Feder does that wonderfulness, there's a little bit of like some spectral essence that leaves her and flies over to me and like absorbs, and I take a nice deep breath, and I get some pinkness back in, or some blueness back into my skin.
All right. And yeah, that brings us to the cultist over here who has just watched all this go down and is going to turn around and dash. Let's see, so 30 to the north toward the bridge, and then 30 again, and he's going to fuck out of this narrative.
Nope.
So he's running away. And the remainder is a chain devil who she tenses as she sees both of her comrades die, but she is not built to surrender, to give up, and she is going to try to... she still has Yusuf, right? So she's going to do another chain attack on him. Oh my god. That's a 12 to hit.
That misses, finally.
Ugh, all right. So that's her turn, bringing us to Sunny, who is going to go... Bit of a one note. She's going to do the move again. She's going to run back out and head forward with a claw attack for... Yeah, just hits for 16. The chain devil goes prone. Again, a weakened grip on the chain, and Sunny gets another bite in for about 10. So she finally does it. She gets a good hit in twice. Does the pounce, knocks her prone, and takes a nice little chunk out of the chain devil. Chain devil's in rough shape at this point, and we come to Gallahan.
He's going to rear back and try and hit her with his ram attack. That would be a no. It's only a 9.
Oh no. No.
But he's keeping between Yusuf and her.
And that brings us to Taslin.
The final chain devil needs to give me a wisdom save.
Do something, chain devil. That's the dumb stat. 4.
That is the right answer, John. That is fucking lovely.
I'm going to kind of like do the same flick motion towards her that I did to her little companion twin person. And she is going to take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Good.
Because of resounding bell, bong.
All right. She is holding on by a sliver.
God damn it.
She lets go of the chain. At this point. It's to the point where Yusuf is free of his grapple. She is on both knees, and she is wobbling in the finish her sort of way. She's not good for much. And at this point, since the cultist is also fucking off from the narrative, I would put us out of... Unless you want to chase him. Petter.
Oh, no. 90 feet of movement.
Well, if we're going to stay in the turn order, then it would just be Yusuf and then you. So Yusuf would get his chance to either finish it or go from there. But if you're going to hold off and let Fetter do his thing, we can just jump right to him. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, he if he's out of the grapple, he'll stand up and he'll guard the chain devil, because I'm assuming someone's going to want to talk to him.
Okay. Which then brings us to Fetter. Now you can...
So here's what I think. This is how I feel. He's running, and it's almost like an anime. It's like the Flash, right? Like a little bit of an anime. Like there's just like a whew that goes by him, and then there's almost like those lines in front of him, and then he's just there with the knives up, and he's like, "And where do you think you're going?" And that's just to get me there, but I'm pretty much like on the center of the bridge, of this 5-foot bridge, and if he's gone anywhere, he's got to come through me. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is it's his turn next. It's funny that you two are close together in this. Yeah, in a panic, he just goes with his sword and tries to attack for a 10. He's just like,
nope.
And he's going to try and he did his action. He's going to try to get around you, provoking an opportunity attack. And he's going to try to keep running. He's like,
15 to hit.
Oh, totally.
Okay, Dragon Tooth shoots out for, let's see, that is 8 points of regular damage and 5 points of poison damage.
Yeah, how do you kill him?
So I just think it's this whole, like, he tries to get past me, and it's just like the dagger shoots out just almost like a syringe, like whack, and he's running as he's like bleeding out, and the poison just slowly just kind of like, and he just like right before he gets to the edge of the bridge, the poison takes him and he slips off the side. His head hits the corner, like he beans himself on the way down, and then tumbles down into the lava below.
Nice. There ends Daryl.
And yeah, they just shoulders shake out, feeling good. Just very slowly walks back the bridge. A light gust of geothermal air blows his hair in a very fetching way, and he just picks up. There's a light glistening of sweat. As he just hero walks up the bridge under the light underlit glow of the lava beneath him, and he just picks up his jacket and he's putting his cufflinks on as everybody else is kind of rejoining the group.
If I'm being honest, I absolutely loathe horned and chained devils. I mean, the whole rending and eating flesh thing just doesn't sit well with this bully world. Fucking ew. Also, they don't seem to be motivated by much else, so if I were a higher-ranking devil, I'm not sure I could really trust them to get the job done. Anyway, enough about that stuff. Our heroes have won the day and are moving forward into the mountain. Come back next time and I'll tell you more about these demon days.
Testing my microphone. Test the microphone. Stepping up to the microphone. Okay, I think that's good. I can raise my volume later. That's... Take a peek at this. Okay. I might actually keep that in. Okay, yeah, I've got my thing recording. We're speeding.
I am speeding.
Okay.
Check 1 2.
Yep.
Check.
1 2.
Bilbo Baggins.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
I see orcs, Gandalf. Got it. Okay, so I put him in the initiative for you to use him if you need to, but I just threw everyone living in the initiative.
Big old moose token.
Okay, so
he's so bulgy. He's like a moose.
Everything's in order. Cool. Then I guess we can slate.
Okay.
So I'll do 3, 2, 1, and clap. 3, 2, 1, and clap. I think we got it.
I think it's the best
I'm
we
good.
can do.
I think it's gonna match up.
It's gonna be great.
That's what I think.
It'll be the best thinking ever.
Yeah.
It'll be so great.
Because that's what really matters.
Sink me.
What it sounds like right now is very much not. bleh.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna be bad tonight. I'm gonna try real hard to make it not, but
Oh, that's fine.
Shit, I need a pencil. Shit.
Okay.
guys, it was 2 months and a day since the last time we did this. Can you believe it?
With the way time has been going, I can believe it.
Yeah, right.
It felt
Jesus.
like longer though. Because I don't get to do D&D quite as much as other people, in the world. So
Yeah.
Hey, my dear sweet husband, do you have a pencil?
Amazing. Since you're sitting in the game room, Drew, I really hope that
See that?
that is
Shit
the
is
case.
binding.
yeah.
Yes, I have.
It's a ring of binding.
It's more of a ring of summoning, really.
+5 to love.
No, I
Ring of
think my
summoning.
siren song of my dear sweet husband.
My dear sweet husband. Yes, dear.
I need a
Here I come.
pencil. Thank you.
Pencil. Hang on a second.
Pencil.
I have a pencil, but it's not sharp. It's like literally the pencil that you need to sharpen. And
Just
I'm
a
like, I
nub.
don't have a sharpen. No, it's
Amazing.
Yeah. It's
I just had a pencil I was
like
trying to sharpen with
completely
a.
unsharpened.
Oh yeah. I was trying to sharpen a pencil automatically, and for some reason there was just enough. The wood was just hard enough that it was sharpening the wood and not getting to the lead ever. It just kept sharpening the wood like a steak, and I was like, "This is a bad pencil. Unless you're a vampire hunter.
Yes, you are.
Oh, Schitt's Creek.
He hasn't watched all of it. I went through it, but I had to show him. I had to show him the two scenes that used that song because I was like, it's so good.
It's so good.
Apparently, when they did the when he was making up and was singing it in the shop, not the acoustic version, but when he was lip singing to it, they got massively drunk off of champagne before they shot that scene.
Amazing.
So they drank like 2 bottles of champagne, didn't realize it, and then went to go shoot the scene. And we're like, yep, all of that is totally them just fucking off.
I love it.
Oh, cool. It just put them right there. Thank you, Roll20. Thank you, Roll20. I'm getting better at this. Which, by the time I become a Roll20 master, it'll be time to be back in person.
Oh, did you not turn your camera off?
No.
No, the cam's off.
Oh, it seems like he disconnected.
Oh.
Yeah, because he just walked out going, can you hear them? I went, yeah. So.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, back.
Simply.
Alright, so she's right there.
Can you guys hear me?
What? I can't hide her?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Whoa.
All right. So
Where'd the big cat come from? Darkness falls and the night is up.
You can make an aura around yourself, right?
Yes, you can.
I can.
actually, yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right click on your business.
Let me do this.
Yeah, it's in the gear token aura.
Okay.
EA Sports. It's in the gear.
God.
We lost our paladin,
They were.
and we
he was
lost
talking
our
to you a second ago before I disconnected.
warlock.
Oh my god. What's even gonna happen?
Fetter. Everyone, like, you see a little notification up above everyone's head. Signed out. Signed out. Signed out. In the raid. And
Okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
yes, can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Tony should be. There she is.
Okay.
Hey.
Is this better?
Yes.
Great.